Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Calvin Coolidge. My friends, persistence. If you will stick with this, you can do it. I say this pretty much every day, and I just want to continue to encourage you. It is persistence. It's the way you get to Carnegie Hall. Practice. I mean, again, it's not any more complicated. It's not any more simple. Practice. And it's the one thing that humans just won't do is persist. It's, again, why so much of the world doesn't have what they want. They don't stick to it. Let's jump into these charts, see where things are. Stocks are up. Bitcoin is up. Bonds and gold are down. As we start the week, of course, just look at how beautiful the S&P chart is. And, of course, we see this acceleration in the down move. We see this high volume, again, followed by the market slowly but surely, inexorably moving up. Now, is it going to stall out at some point? It could. We look at the high of last week, 102.49. We look at the high of this week, 101.60. So again, we've not moved higher than last week. So we will keep an eye on things and see how things continue to move. We had this doji on the last 2-day candle. That was Friday, Monday. The Tuesday, Wednesday candle, we of course see it is moving up. So we will pay close attention to what we see going on here. I don't like this trend line because it is almost flat. I mean, we could try to redraw a trend line, something like this. Again, don't like super flat trend lines. I like them that at least give us some kind of up angle. I mean, price could just meander along sideways, down almost from where things are with this sort of crappy, again, just based upon our candles, trend lines. So we do want to have trend lines that work. When we first start off drawing trend lines, when we have a change in the color of the candle, that we do many times start with the 2-day chart as things proceed. Now, let's move on to the NASDAQ 100. And again, this is interesting, up 1.82% for the day. But again, look at where we are on the 3 time frames. We've got a spinning top forming here. Even though it was up for the day, as we look at where we are sitting right there and again, don't get fooled by this tick. Maybe I should just change this from a tick because it'll give you the illusion. It looks like if you look at it when I have this highlighted here, the horizontal line looks like it's pushed through this, the vertical line here looks like it's pushed through on the wick. I move it to the side. You can see it's stopped right there. You can see the same kind of thing, stopped here, stopped below here. So again, as we watch, we can see that volume is decreasing. It did decrease from last week. We're only, 3 days into a 5-day candle so far. So we'll see how it ends up this week. We look at the 2-day, we look at the half day, we can see the volume was about average. So again, after, sort of meandering down, popping back up, are we going to push through this horizontal line here? Are we going to bounce off of it, the purple line here? I don't know. I mean, it stopped up movement in the past. Is it going to stop this? If it does, then of course we'll be ready. If it pushes through, we'll be ready to watch things continue. So that's where we are. What's up with 20-year bonds? Down for the day, 0.20%. We can see where the trend has been broken. We can see where, again, this horizontal line, 1, 2, 3 times, failed to break through. Bonds, currently in a down move. We look at where it's pushed through on the 2-day chart. 3 dojis in a row, and then this red down candle. And of course, we can see on the half-day chart where we have 1, 2, 3 days of down movement. So that's where we are on bonds going into the red. What about gold? Well, gold down for the day, 0.5%. We can see where, again, gold hit its peak last week. It says here on the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks up 186.24 was the high, $186.24. And as we look at this week, much smaller candle, not reaching the higher high. We can see on the 2-day chart where we've got a doji formed last, lots of indecision. First red candle we've seen, have to go all the way back to the 8th of March. Again, red volume. And we look at where we are on the half day, hasn't crossed over. Neither the half day nor the 2-day have crossed the weekly trend line yet. So we'll continue to watch and see. Is gold just digesting up moves, getting ready to pop up again? Well, we'll wait, watch, and see as we move forward. Now, Bitcoin rebounding some for the day after 1, 2, 3 days of sideways sliding down movement. Popped up, but we can see that we have not hit the highs of last week. Smaller candle, and again, we've not breached the weekly trend line on the 2-day or the half-day chart. So we'll continue to watch where this prior weakness takes us to over the last few days in Bitcoin, as we can see where things had peaked up, and then now persistently for 4 days, 2 2-day candles, got some weakness there. But again, like I said, still above the weekly trend line. So we'll see where that goes for us. That's where we are, folks, on Wednesdays. Get ready to go into Thursday. We so appreciate you being with us. We love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, cw@chartingwealth.com. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.